They say the dark is just the absence of light, but that's not true. The dark is never empty. There are things that live in it, things that wait, things that watch, and sometimes they follow you home. It was just past 2:13 a.m. when Daniel woke up, not from a nightmare, but from a sound, a slow, deliberate step directly above him. The problem? Daniel lived alone. He held his breath, listening. Another step, then another. Heavy, careful, like someone trying not to be heard. Daniel grabbed his phone, his hands trembling. He checked the security app. No one was upstairs. No movement, no signal, nothing. But the footsteps didn't stop. They got closer. Don't look. Daniel froze. That voice, it didn't come from upstairs. It came from right behind him. Daniel's body locked in place. Every instinct screamed at him to run, but he couldn't move. The voice came again, closer this time, right against his ear. I told you, don't look. Slowly against his will, Daniel turned his head. There was nothing, just darkness, empty, silent. The footsteps upstairs stopped. For a moment, everything was still. Then a sound, a new sound, from inside his room. Daniel's eyes widened. It was not coming from above anymore. It was coming from the corner. Something shifted in the shadows. Too tall, too thin, unnaturally still. And then it stepped forward. Daniel's phone slipped from his hand as the screen lit up the room for a split second, just long enough to see its face, or where its face should have been. The next morning, the neighbors reported hearing noises all night, heavy footsteps, dragging sounds, and something banging on the walls. When the police arrived, Daniel was gone. No signs of forced entry, no struggle, no evidence. Just one thing. Upstairs, where no one had been, they found footprints, wet, dark, leading in circles around Daniel's bed. He looked. Never look into the dark, because who knows, there might be someone trying not to be seen. This was a wrap up to our first story, and before we move on to our second story, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Story number 2. The Last Call. At exactly 3 a.m., Ethan's phone rang. Unknown number. He almost didn't answer. He should have trusted that instinct. Hello? Then breathing, slow, wet, uneven. A voice responded, weak, shaking, terrified. It was his own voice. Don't go upstairs. Ethan frowned. I'm not upstairs. I know, came from the other side. Footsteps right above him. They say the dark is empty, that there's nothing to fear. But next time you're alone, in your room, lights off, and you hear something move, something breathe, something whisper your name, ask yourself one question. Are you really alone? Ethan was afraid. He was scared, his hands shaking. He never believed in paranormal activities, but there was something about this situation he couldn't explain. Ethan dropped his phone and rushed towards the main gate, trying to open it, but it was locked. It was locked and it wouldn't unlock. He turned back, moved to the table, tried to find the key, but every key he tried wouldn't unlock the door. Ethan heard the doorknob turn. It wasn't the doorknob he was trying to open. It was the one from the room behind him. He turned around, scared, wishing that there was nothing. But in the darkness, he could see a figure standing, wearing a cowboy hat. Next morning, Ethan was found dead in his apartment. The police investigated the case for 3 months, but due to no evidence, they couldn't find anyone. The killer is still out, still looking for new victims.